Good morning. It is Maker's Monday. This is Cindy, and it's a beautiful day in the Finger Lakes when I am filming this. I won't be going up until Monday, but it is currently sunny and cold, but sunny. So today I'm working on ATCs, Artists Trading Cards. And an artist trading card has a history that goes back into the early 1960s when an artist made 1,000 of them and handed them out at a trade show, and other people thought that was really cool. So they have kind of done the same thing. And so what you do is you create these cards. They're very specific in size. They have to be 2.5 wide by 3.5 tall. It's the same size as, for example, a baseball trading card or Yu-Gi-Oh or any of those Pokemon, any trading card size. So these are some that I worked on before and have made, and obviously, that's 2 of them. That's why it's like that. What I have discovered when you take a look at mine, I tend to make them, they're supposed to be representative of your style. Well, obviously, I have no particular style. I kind of do my own thing. I put tracing paper on almost all of them, so maybe that's a style. I tend to make them out of scraps. So those are all of the trading cards that I have currently made. This has got a piece of paper towel on it. I was using it to paint something, the paper towel, and so it got soaked with paint, and I thought, oh, that's going to make a nice little something. So it's got really cool texture on it. So today I am making a few more. Sorry about that. And I have this digital download from Paulette Slater, and I really liked the cards on it. And she put right on it ATC cards, so you can use them as your backing. The problem was I forgot to reset my printer settings, and so they came out too small. This is the size they need to be, and this is the size they are. So I thought, all right, well then we're just going to use them on some of these pieces, and we're going to do a mix and match, and I'm just gonna play a little bit and see what I can come up with. So I thought I have 9 of these cards to fill, and I have 9 of these. So I figured we'll do a mix and match, and we'll see what comes out. And so this will be my base for them. And maybe we'll just play around and see what happens. I'm making some of them skinnier, some of them wider, and just grabbing which one comes next. I think I want a wider one this way and a skinnier one that way, so that can go together. I'm going to swap this one out because that's a skinny, and that's a skinny, so I need a wider one here. And so this is just me playing around, seeing what we come up with as far as making ATCs. Now you can probably see that I'm going to screw things up already with the numbers and how I've got this organized. That can go there. Nope, that's awful close. I think it's going to work. Oh, see, I've got 2 skinnies and I need a wide. Well, you know what? We'll just do it so that we have a wide one here, and then we got 2 skinnies, and we'll figure that out later. Do I have a 2 wides? That one's a little bit wider. I could do that and that. That's a little bit better. All right, let's go ahead and glue things down, and I will be back in a moment. Okay, I am back. I've done all my gluing, so I'm going to spread these out a little bit so that we can see what we have. Obviously, I'm mass making these, but they will all be different by the time I am done, believe me. So I have 9 of them that I managed to get out of my paper. I should have been, this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. I should have been able to get more, but I goofed up my cutting, and in my attempt to fix my cutting, I only made things goofier. So yeah, that didn't work so well. But I've got 9 good cards, which is perfect because I had 9 of these flowered pieces. Like I said, this was these pieces. It was a misprint. I forgot to change my printer settings, so the cards came out too small. They were going to be my bases, and they're still my bases. They're just my bases differently because I don't waste anything. If I screw something up, I'm gonna fix it. So, or use it in some other manner. So here's my bases. And I have out here my little, these are my little pieces, and I've got a couple of little pieces of tissue paper that I'm going to go ahead and pull out because I may use or may not use those, but they're right there, so I might as well grab them. And my thought is when these get large or get too full, I do a scrap and something, and I make stuff. So these are more scraps. These are the long, skinny scraps. These are the fat, wide scraps. I have a bunch of things there as well, a few other things in that particular box. And then I have, no, that's my tissue paper. This is my other paper. These are the big scraps that will get made into something. So I have 4 scrap boxes, and I think that's plenty. I don't think anybody needs more than 4 scrap boxes. Although I do have an entire bin of just tissue paper, and there are all sorts of different colors in here. There's a Christmas one on the back that just, it came out of a box that I was actually working on, and I went, let's face it, like I said, nothing gets thrown away. I have boxes in the attic that are years old that I have kept for various points, purposes, mostly they're gift boxes. But there's shoe boxes up there. There are jewelry boxes up there. There are shirt boxes up there. Everything, you name it, it's up there. I was going to put it on there. I've decided to put it over here. Just because this was the one that came to hand. What I love about tissue paper is that it just slightly mutes the paint, or the whatever's behind it, the print behind it. I guess if I do have a style with all these ATCs, I guess my style is collage. I like to collage things, and I like tissue paper because of the varied looks that it can give. I don't know if I want to use this one. It's kind of bright. I'll hold off on that one. Right, stop sticking to me. But like I said, I've got lots, and then I can also do more than one. There's a little bit of yellow down there, so we'll just put that little bit of yellow right there over the top. I didn't quite get that part. Come on, there it goes. Get that to fall over. All right, let me grab a little bit more tissue paper, and I will be right back. Okay, I have pulled bunches of tissue paper here in various colors, and we're going to play and see what we have. So I started to say about the boxes up in my attic. A lot of times a gift box will get put away and there's tissue paper still inside of it. You go to use the box later on, and lo and behold, you have tissue paper inside. This is interesting. It's kind of like, there we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Makes like a flag. I don't know if I want that or not, but we'll hang on to that and think about it. I also have this polka dotted. The polka dotted you can't see through very well, but you can kind of, I could put it, I don't know, let me try a little piece of that. Let's see if I like it. If I don't like it, I can always cover it up, I suppose. Let it show the dot through there. Yeah, what the heck. We'll give it a shot. Yes, I also have black tissue paper. Don't know where it came from. Who knows? You know, you buy things for one occasion and then you never use it again. Okay, I'm going to try it down here. That's not so bad. I don't know if I totally like it, but we'll find out. There. I don't use my card on the tissue paper because I don't want to rip it. I just have a very old store card. This is actually from Sears. That's how old it is. So I do have this black because some of these have black on them, but black is going to cover up everything. So I'm thinking I'm not going to do black. I'll set it aside. I've got green, which kind of goes with the background there. So we'll try a little bit of green. And maybe I want the green on here. Nothing says you can't do more than one color. There we go. That's the ticket. I don't know that I'll put tickets on these. They're very small. There's not a lot of room. And I don't want to clutter them too much. Okay. Well, that kind of looks cool. See, collage. Collage is what it's all about. It's slapping things down and seeing what happens. And my collage, I think, might just be with the tissue paper and not much else. At least for these ATCs. So I guess part of it is figuring out what your style is. I think that one's done. Figuring out your style and going for it. I still like that kind of idea, but that one's got that big splotch in the middle of it because that was the one that I didn't quite have the right sizes for. It kind of looks like flags. It could be flags. I could flip it upside down. And no, I like it as flags. I am going to have to get a new glue stick. So I'm going to pause while I get a new glue stick. I have to do a whole thingamabob in order to get these things open. Just to show you what I have to go through, this particular set of glue sticks is very, very tight. The tops are very tight on them. So when I put the tops back on them, I don't push them all the way down because otherwise I can't manage to get them off again. And I have to use a pair of pliers to get them off the first time. So I realize I'm gluing out of frame, so I will see if I can't move that and bring that back into frame a little bit. And I don't worry if they wrinkle some because that's kind of part of the charm. You know, this one went over a little bit, so I'll trim that off in a minute. My daughter has a shop called Mystic Imperfections, and I absolutely love the name because it's perfect. We are often imperfect in our crafting. I don't know if I want anything else on there. I'm going to think about that. I'll put that off to the side and we'll keep going here. Okay, we'll bring my glue down to the dropping things. Okay, so let's go back to this color. I like this color. It does not tear well, this particular piece. It is, okay, I'm starting to get, that section is starting to get a little bit glued up. So we'll come over here. This is an old Dick Blick catalog. Dick Blick is an art supply store. And my husband is a plein air painter, so he often puts in a Dick Blick order. But this is an old catalog. This is from a couple years ago, so we're just kind of using it up. Because why not? It makes a good glue book. And you probably can't see it in the camera. Yeah, see, I'm going off the top here, but that's okay because I'll just come in and trim and get those down to where they need to be. It's a little bit on the side. Okay. So I'm on page 223, which means all of those previous pages are in my recycling bin. I've taken the numbers off of some of these. I cut out the numbers on occasion, but I started to say, I don't know if you could see the holes in it when I do my punching for my the 3-hole pamphlet stitch on my journals when I'm doing the sewn-in binding. I tend to use this and punch into it, and it works just fine. Okay, that still needs something. Maybe a little bit of yellow. Let's try a little yellow. I like the fact that some of this shows through, but not all of it. You want to make it just kind of your background. So I have, and the reason, maybe I'll go up this way. I tend to end up with points. There we go. That might need something across the middle. We'll set that aside too. That one's for later. This one's got my great big valley in it, and I'm debating, do I want to accentuate the valley or do I want to do something different with the valley? I've got a bit of blue here. We can tone down that black. I can change the blue, or I could put the blue in the valley. Maybe we'll make a very narrow blue valley. Let go of me. Oh, I kind of like that. Yeah. All right. I know I'm back out of frame again, but all I'm doing is adding glue to it and then trying to figure out how to get it up off there we go, off the page. There we go. Look at that. It came out really kind of nice, didn't it? Now I gotta do something on the outsides. And I think we'll go with the lighter. This is not white. This is, I call it funfetti because it has little sparkles in it. But I like the sparkles because they add some texture. I am going to take a minute and a moment here and just flip over my page because it's getting very sticky. Which is kind of the point because it is a glue book. I know a lot of people use regular books for glue books, but I find that this works really well for me. So, okay, I went a little bit over the edge, but again, we'll cut that later. And I just, as I'm ripping these, they rip into, it's too big. I don't want to cover too much of that blue because I like my blue river. There we go. It's really kind of neat to see what comes out because when I'm ripping them, you know, it's ripping whichever way the paper is going to go. It's not, I really don't have a whole lot of direction or control over the direction. So it's going to be what it's going to be. Tiny bit over there. I don't know if I can get that off. There we go. Get that there. Oh, that came out nice. Now that may need, I wonder if that wants something down here. All right, we'll put it up here. Like I said, you know, we've got a couple up here. We've got 4 of them up here that may need more, but I still have 4 yet to do. So let's get these 4 done and concentrate on these, and we'll go back and take a look. I've only got one that is, as far as I'm concerned, finished. So I have some other colors here. Let's see what other colors I have that we can play with. I got some pink. That's kind of, do I want it on here? You know, you play, you just set it down, you see what's going to happen. And that's kind of the fun of this and of watching. I watch process videos on YouTube all the time. And half the fun of watching a process video is saying, okay, what is he or she going to do with that? How are they going to make it? What's it going to look like when it's all finished? That's the cool part. So I enjoy process videos. I enjoy watching them. I'm having fun making them. Let's see where that goes. See, I've got that gap there again, and I'm not going to, this time I'm just going to kind of cover it up a little bit. What other colors do I have? I've got a little bit of green here. I pulled out a little green. I'll make this one very springy. I have more of all of these colors. So far, I have yet to go actually purchase any of the tissue paper that I use. It's all stuff out of my stash, if you will. I have a whole bin of, I need to clean off my scissors. I have a whole bin of wrapping paper and tissue paper. So I've just been kind of going through all of that stuff and have not actually, I have glued everything to myself. Oh my glory. I am such a mess. Normally I keep a washcloth next to me and I forgot to get one today. I may have to pause my video and go get one because I'm getting pretty gluey. I like that one. I think that one might be done. Okay. So I have, the yellow's pretty bright. So I think I'm going to put the yellow down and put something over the top of it. So let's put a fairly large piece of yellow here. And then we're going to calm the yellow down. I do need to see if I can find some softer yellow. But again, like I said, I haven't bought any tissue paper for any of this. I've been using up what I have because that's the fun of it. Trying to use it. I don't know if I like that. Okay, it's a little bit big. Okay, that calms it down some, but I don't want to cover up quite so much of the black. So I want to cover it up on that side. Oh, I think I want to cover it up on this side because I really like how it turns the color, the flowers yellow over here. Okay. And I don't like that sharp edge. Still kind of a sharp edge, but at least it's torn now. There we go. It's a little better. Okay, gluing it down. See, the problem is when I glue it down, I have to pick it up by putting, holding it with my finger. And then I know a lot of people use tweezers, but when I use tweezers, I don't feel like I have control anymore. I guess I like the tactile feeling of having control. Humma, 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 humma. It needs something more. No, it's the wrong color. So I need a little blue up it. I don't know that I like that either. I have bright purple. But purple just does not go with this very well. So I think we're probably not going to be using the purple today. Same thing with the red. I don't know that I want to use, well, maybe, but I think I'm going to try a little bit more of this gold polka dot. Ah, what the heck. You only live once. You gotta play around and try new things. Otherwise, it would be a really boring existence, right? Okay, I don't know if I like it, but I'm going to call it done. All right, I think I'm going to flip this way. I'm not sure why, but that feels like it's more correct to me. All right, looking at what I have here, I had said no on the red, but I'm just going to pull a little bit off and hold it up against it and see if I like just a little bit of red. No, I still don't like the red with it. So no red today, no purple today. Sorry for my arm in the frame. I do like this pink with it, but I don't like the pink on that one. That's too dark. I like the pink on this one. I get the most out of these pages, that's for sure. I guess I also like having the bigger workspace than doing a glue book in a regular book. You do it in a regular book, you don't have a lot of space. Well, I folded under here. Now, folding under is not necessarily a problem, except that I don't have a lot of glue on it over there, so we'll leave it folded under. I think it'll be okay. I think that's all right. Maybe. Well, I didn't do a very good job gluing this one, did I? There we go. All right. Do I want another one of these? I got this little tiny piece of white. Let's throw that little tiny piece of white on there. So, and this is, it's from the Funfetti, but there's no fetti on it. It's just white. So we'll put it up along the edge, just kind of as a little bit of something over there. Carrie the Crafter talks about going deeper. You know, you look at something and then you look deeper and you see something else and you see something else and you see something else. You know, every time you look, you find something more. I'm not very good with my layers, let's face it. Okay, I'm just going to throw that little piece away because that's too small to do anything with. Okay, I'm going to put it on there, but I'm going to flip it over so that it's... And things, you know, you put things down and then you decide, oh, you know what, I want it the other way, and things go awry. And you just kind of go with it. Like this one went a little over. So we'll just trim. There. These poor scissors, I use these all the time. My father-in-law used to sharpen scissors. And my husband knows how a little bit, but so he can do it, which is an absolutely wonderful skill to have. He has his dad's equipment and whatnot, but his dad has passed away, and but I used to give him my sewing scissors all the time, and I would get them back and they would be so sharp. I would have to be really careful with them, which was fine. It was absolutely wonderful to have a source right in the area that are right nearby. And in fact, at that time, we lived across the street from his parents. So I needed my scissors sharpened. I just walked across the street and gave them to my father-in-law, and he would sharpen them up for me. He also did saw blades, and finding anybody to do saw blades is really hard. It's becoming a lost skill. And I'll tell you, if you are looking for something to do, a new skill to learn, and you are willing to learn how to do saws, how to sharpen them up, I think you could probably make a pretty bundle. because there are all sorts of people who need their saws sharpened. He didn't do chainsaws. He did just regular, plain old saws of any sort. Circular saws, the regular, hacksaw, all that sort of thing. Okay, I like that with the 2 on there. I still have this pink. I haven't decided what. No, I really don't like that pink either. Okay, that's going away. It's kind of what you do, isn't it? You say, I wonder if this works. And nope, all right, that doesn't work. Like I said, this does not rip well. This is the orange, and it seems to be of a slightly different manufacturer than all of my other tissue papers. I'm going to go that right up the seam between those two. Okay, I think that one's done, maybe. Okay, we're pulling these down. This one I need to fix the corner of because it didn't seal. It's still not sealing well. Let me try that again. It might be, I'm not sure why. We'll put the glue right on it. You may notice that it comes, if this is purple, it sometimes comes on purple, but it dries clear, so it's not a big deal. Okay, I kind of like the orange and the yellow together there. I like the 2 points. Okay, this is getting, hang on. I have to redo this because it's too gluey. I will end up gluing it down to the page. I've done that before where I've glued it to the page and then I can't get it up. And so it just, I end up throwing it away with the page. Now I'm lining those up knowing that I'm going to go over, and that's okay. Let me cut those little pieces. And sometimes I will fold the pieces under because these are ATCs and not journal cards. So sometimes I'll turn them under, but didn't want to do that today. Okay, that's gone. Take that off. All right. What do you think? No. I think it's done. I think I am done with that one. This one is trying to pull up. So let me pull up that whole side as much as I can and reattach it. You trying to pull up too? You are. Boy, I got sloppy in my gluing. Just sloppy gluing. There. Okay. All right, so let's take a look and see what we've got. I've got a little bit of green I could throw. I haven't done much with the green. I think I just don't like the green on there. So we'll put that away. I've still got a little bit of the gold. I already decided I don't like the black. I have this little bit of white, this with a little cream. I don't know, you think I'm overdoing it with that? How about if I do it this way? Do it this way? I don't know. I think I'm overdoing it. You never know, you know? You just kind of look. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we've got. We've got these 6. I can count. 7, 8. Let me move the glue stuff out of the way. 9. I put a top on my glue for the moment until I'm done. Number of times I've walked away, come back an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours later, and then there sits my glue with no top on it. So those are my ATCs, I think, for today, and I think that I'm going to call them done. Apparently, my style for ATCs is collage, and if you are interested in trading with me, let me know in the comments, and we'll see what we can set up. This is, if you've enjoyed this video, I have to read my piece here. Make sure that you have clicked the subscribe button. I suppose I should say that at the beginning of these videos because not everybody watches all the way through to the end. But if you have not yet subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Use the bell for notifications if you'd like to know when I post a new one. And as always, feel free to leave comments down below, something you want to see me do next, something you would just a comment about these. If you think any of these need more, let me know that, and I will be happy to take a look at them again. They have no focal point or anything of that sort on them. I don't think I want one. I think I like the fact that they're just kind of abstract. But leave me a comment. Let me know if you think I should add more to these, if you think I went too far, or just leave a comment and say, hey. Make sure you take a look at my Etsy shop. These are not for sale. These are artists' trading cards, so they don't go for sale. I trade them with other artists. But I do have journals for sale in my Etsy shop, so please make sure you take a look there. And I guess I'm done for the day. So take care, everybody. And this is Cindy signing off.